To say the tropics are getting active is an understatement. Of course, we have an ongoing typhoon, Typhoon Marce, also known as Jingxing, now exiting the northwest coast of the Philippines, but we have multiple other areas here, one around Guam, another couple areas out here towards the Marshall Islands. You got these two right in here. You got our area near Guam, which is getting a bit more organized out here today. It's starting to see kind of that initial look of a low pressure trying to develop, and of course we still have Marce moving off towards the west, and all of these kind of running along the southern edge of this high pressure ridge towards the north, meaning that they're kind of heading in this projection here, and thus I know we're dealing with an ongoing typhoon here in the Philippines, but we have to be ready for the chance of additional storms as we look ahead through next week, especially on Monday over towards Tuesday and heading into the latter half of next week as well. So let's break these down. First, starting, of course, with our ongoing typhoon, which made landfall here on Thursday afternoon around Cagayan there in Santa Ana, traversing just north of Pari, making another landfall in around Ilocos Norte, just raking the Opera area there. But now it is heading off towards the west. So we got some improving conditions as we head through our day here on Friday. Even over towards Saturday, a good portion of the Philippines are going to be looking at pretty decent conditions. Some isolated afternoon showers with this one as it starts to pull off and away towards the west there. But we took a look at the official track from the Japan Meteorological Agency. Am expecting to kind of head off towards Hainan. It is going to weaken just a bit, but still be holding a bit of a punch there along the east coast of Hainan as it kind of interacts with a cold surge, causing it to weaken out. But you see here on Friday afternoon, heading into the evening, vastly improving conditions across Region 1, and that includes the Cagayan Valley. The weekend actually looking pretty decent. With that said, we have to look ahead into Sunday and mainly over towards Monday, because of course this storm pulls away, but look at behind it, another area trying to develop. This is the one that's currently located near Guam, kind of scooting along here, and we'll be heading towards the Philippine coast as we go ahead to Sunday night. Mainly over towards Monday, I do expect an increase in rainfall across a good portion of Luzon. And then behind that, we got multiple other areas that are trying to develop further back towards the east. You can see here just towards the east of Guam. You got another one out northeast of Guam. You got this area here, of course, heading into Monday over towards Tuesday. Now, the models are... And let's compare some of the models here because they have been not on the same page completely. For example, this is for Monday with this area off the coast of the Philippines, a tropical wave more or less. That's with the ECMWF. Now we show with the GFS, both showing an increase in rainfall, but it's more of a blob of a low, which means Monday's going to be for sure wet. We're going to be looking at some pretty decent precipitation across the northern half of Luzon, from Manila pretty much north. Could even be some localized flooding, especially with already saturated grounds from our previous storm. But it's not worrisome as far as rapid intensification. And with that said, let's take a look at the ECMWF, and we're going to scoot along this model over towards Tuesday into Wednesday, running south of that Westpacwx, so almost a straight runner. This is by Wednesday night into Thursday morning. ECMWF, GFS, both showing by midweek the potential for a powerful typhoon out there. I'm going to say it right now. Here, we're 5-6 days out. I think we're going to get a tropical storm, maybe a typhoon, in the Philippine Sea by mid to late week. Not really any stretch of the imagination based on both of the models. And then the GFS behind it even has another large storm system. This late in the season, I know November it's the Western Pacific. They happen. Goodness, it is just no frills out. I can't stress that you need to enough that you cannot let your guard down here. And this is some of the ensembles, by the way, just showing that initial storm midweek, and then the GFS showing that secondary one. There's just a lot of these red circles here just showing the confidence. So I can't stress enough right now that we got multiple storms here that we're watching that all need to be monitored for potential of some damage. And they're all running east to west. It is a conveyor belt, unfortunately, of weather systems that are going to be setting up here across the Philippines and Guam and Yap and Palau over the upcoming days, and at least for the next week and a half. Bits of breaks in between, but I feel like this is going to be an historic run of storms. I don't like saying that. I don't like to hype things up. I truly, truly don't. You know, if you've watched me for any period of time, you know I don't like to hype things. But I am just concerned about the back-to-back natures of these. Not to mention, we've already had Christine and Leon. Then we had Marce. All right. Big thanks for everybody on Patreon who supports this channel. Reason why, after a long day, 9-hour day at work, doing what I do, still come home, give you the latest updates and information. So if you want to help out the channel, check out our Patreon. Link is down below. And a big shout out to everybody who continues to support this channel. I can't stress enough how welcomed and just useful and great your help is. So truly, truly, thank you very much. All right. I hope everybody fared well in this storm, by the way. This was a rough one here, and there could be more. So, as always, thanks for watching. But, of course, number one thing, please, friends, stay safe out there.